What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Out here bright and early, on the move, like I prefer to do. I prefer to just go ahead and jump into the day, man. Why even wait? Get out here, get stuff done. Because you're not going to get no rest just sitting there thinking about the stuff. You know stuff needs to be done, and you keep putting it off. But let's get into the topic at hand. SpaceX, those two astronauts that have been on ISS for the last 9 months, they have been returned to Earth. And I know this is really gonna get under the skin of the people who can't stand Elon, because we already seeing it pretty much. Because think about this. CNN is not really talking about this. MSNBC is not really talking about this. They just have nothing to say about it. They hate Elon so much that even in a situation like this, where SpaceX, along working with NASA, but SpaceX pretty much did what they couldn't. They went up there via NASA, right? They had to come home via SpaceX. It's an amazing feat. He deserves all the credit in the world for pulling this off. Can you imagine going up there in space, excited? Hey, we're going to be up here for 9 days or 8 days. I think it was 8 days. We're going to be up there a little over a week, do whatever. And then we're going to get out of here and head back home to our families. And then you get word something is wrong, and we're not going to be able to bring you back until what, February is what they were saying. And that didn't even happen. It's turned into the end of March. It's just insane. But wow, man, I can't imagine. I don't think they have ways of really communicating with their family while they're up there. You're just stuck. That's a terrible situation to be in. Even if you were excited to be there, the fact that you're stuck, that has to create a level of anxiety that's just off the charts. Because how can I trust that you're going to safely get us home? We barely got here without incident. So how am I supposed to believe that we're supposed to get back without incident? And I listened to Elon talk about how he was so nervous during the comeback because there's so many things that can go wrong. Hearing him talking about if the heat shield gives and just a small spot, the whole thing will disintegrate. I mean, it was really fascinating stuff to listen to. And I used to be really intrigued with space and NASA, the man going into space. I have watched different documentaries about the shuttle. The shuttle's amazing. I'm glad that I lived to see the shuttle era, even though it's now been retired. I am so grateful that I lived to see the shuttle area. You had a vehicle that could go into space and then come back and land like a plane. It was amazing. Everything about the shuttle I thought was fascinating. I thought it was really cool that it would orbit the Earth upside down and backwards. I mean, just amazing stuff, especially if you were a kid like me who was really curious about these sorts of things. And just think, when Elon was starting up SpaceX and was really getting going, the very people who he looked up to, the very people who inspired him to get into this, did not believe in him. They thought that him getting involved in this was a bad idea, that it was dangerous, yada yada. Because I guess no one private has done this before, what he's doing. But there always has to be that first one. Just because you're the first one doesn't mean you shouldn't be the first one. That's the thing. It's okay to be the first one. If no one's ever did it before, they want to convince you, oh, nobody should try doing it. This is just too dangerous. No, there's got to be a first one. And he opted to be the first one and continue to press forward in spite of the fact that the guys that he looked up to, the best minds when it came to overall space. I think, Neil deGrasse Tyson, even him, he didn't really seem like he was all that supportive either. Skip forward to now. What say them now? It doesn't really seem like they're too interested in going back and giving him credit, even though they gave him all the doubts. They said all these doubts very publicly, but they don't seem to be all that interested in going publicly and admitting, well, they were wrong. What he's did is fantastic, and we're proud of him. And just wow, what a good look for engineering. Nothing. Well, I guess that's them's the breaks when you're the first to do something. You're gonna get a lot of hate. You are gonna get a lot of praise too, though. But them haters is gonna be haters till the bitter end. No matter what, they gonna try to convince you what you did wasn't all that great. But congratulations to the astronauts, and I'm happy for their families, because I know that the families, this was definitely an ordeal. I can't imagine having somebody stuck in space, no way to communicate with them, no way really knowing when they're coming home, and if they'll even survive the trip. So I think it's amazing, and I'm happy to see it. And this is just going to make the Elon haters even more deranged, more likely than not. They're probably looking for a Tesla dealership near you. I'm going to leave it there, though, y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.